Honest the truth. You got too many concussions.
No. But here's a guy who could hit with the best of them right here. This guy right here, the best.
Love you, Paisan.
What's, we ask questions or what?
Daryle, as a fellow Central Valley guy, do you have a relationship with Derek Carr, and what do you think about?
Yeah, Derek Carr, I think, is an outstanding young quarterback. He's still learning his ways, but he's ready to make a real move, and I think it's all coming together. We just saw practice. I saw a lot of positive things. One thing I really liked about everyone appeared to be in pretty good shape, doing a lot of running, and that's a good start. But Derek has a lot of talent. He's got a lot of good talent around him, and if we throw the ball down the field and we score, I think we'll do okay. I really do.
So many touches on that deep ball. You got a pretty good one.
Well, you got to have a little bit of everything,
Yeah.
you know, and I think to be successful in the passing game, Al Davis taught me one thing about winning in the NFL and the AFL. You only wanted to make 8 or 9 big plays a game. Okay? Hopefully touchdowns, field goals, or a combination. The most important stat he asked me after every game was the most important thing he had. I said no INTs and no fumbles. The team with the best turnover ratio, fumbles, interceptions, won 93% of the time then as it does today. So if we threw an interception, we wanted it down the field where they had 80 yards or something to come back. Try not to give it up into your own area. And those are stats that, as a quarterback, I'd like to say you win with offense. You don't. You look at the games and it's history. Your best defensive teams normally go to the playoffs, in the Super Bowls, and they win. And you got to score points. I know special teams very important. You got to win 3 or 4 games a season with that. And but Derek Carr has the ability to always keep us in all the games, come from beyond whatever it's going to take. We have the talent on the field, and I think the coaching staff will prove themselves. Gruden has proven himself in the past, and I think with the players that we have, at least what I saw today on the field, we're going to be very competitive. And hopefully you got to win those close games in order to get into the playoffs, and that's your goal. And once you get into the playoffs, then you just take it one game at a time. And that's pretty much it.
Daryle, when you guys are here for the Alumni Weekend, you're telling the stories, and as Phil said, the stories get bigger and bigger and bigger every time. But when you look back, what exactly happened in that 1969 AFL title game against the Jets? Was it a fumble, or did the ball go behind
No,
the line of scrimmage?
we had that was a design play. We worked on it all week. And I actually wasted a play to give field position going in for the score.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a little check off to Charlie Smith. And the defensive end came through, got Charlie turned around, and ended up where he got behind me, and then I got pressure, and it ended up being a lateral, and we lost it, and I've had to live with that play. I wasted a play to get field positions just so I could call that play, and if we could have executed going back and looking at it on film, it would have been an easy touchdown. And things would have changed around. We would have went into another Super Bowl and stuff. But those are things that you have to live with. Sometimes they're good memories, and that's a bad memory for me. But it was the right selection, so we just didn't execute. And and I take all the blame for that one. And but we had some good ones along with the bad ones too, though.
This is a fairly relaxed country club atmosphere at training camp nowadays with the CBA kind of regulates.
Well, yeah, it's a lot different. I can remember July 10th. I went to training camp with the rookies. We broke the first week in September. We had 2-a-days every day. We played 6 exhibition games, and but I know that it has changed. I think the athletes are still good athletes today. They can hit. I was impressed. I told you there wasn't a lot of overweight athletes out there today, and I think that's probably Gruden prepping the guys. I think we'll be very competitive because we're going to be in shape. All we have to do is execute and score, and our defense has got to do its job. And I think the rest will take care of itself, and I'm excited about it. I think the Raiders are going to come back and be a power whether it be this year, but within the next couple, 3 years, we'll be very, very competitive wherever we play.
A lot of the current players have talked about the sort of the energy that John Gruden has brought since he's been here. In your opinion, just for Derek and for the team overall, what's going to be the effect of just having John Gruden back as a coach?
Well, leadership, play selection, togetherness, all those things. It's us, it's we. Never, ever did we ever use I or me. If we had any of those guys, they didn't get my huddle. Gene Upshaw and Jim Otto would not have allowed those guys to get in the huddle. If you raised your hand and you were tired and you wanted to go get a rest, they would not even let you back on the field. They didn't worry about coaches, really had nothing to do with it. So if we can get that attitude, that us and we, and that's what I think John Gruden brings to the table, what I've seen so far, the Raiders of Oakland and Vegas will be very, very competitive for a long time.
Were you one of the guys that were part of the initial 40 that came to the alumni weekend, or did you come a little later?
No, I came to the first one. It's great to see the old guys. It's just like we're still in training camp. This has been over 50 years for me. And it's just like we never left camp. You go right back, we tell a lot of our stories and stuff, but football is so competitive. It's still got to be in your heart. It's got to be exciting. And it's still 11 guys on the field. I can put 11 on defense, I can attack it with 11. Doesn't get any more complicated than that. And that's what Gruden, I think, brings to the table, and his coaching staff. And time will tell if we can execute and do what we're supposed to do when we have to.
If you could have handed off to Marshawn Lynch and had that defense suck in and you throw that deep ball, how effective do you think you would have been?
Well, we were pretty effective with the athletes that we had. I had some pretty good backs. Charlie Smith was not only a great running back, but a great wide receiver. You can move that out. We had, Hubbard and the guys, fullbacks and stuff that could really run and carry the ball. And we had a lot of talent. Those guys played then, could play today and be very, very competitive. There's not a doubt in my mind what they could do or couldn't do. And so I was very fortunate. I played 12 years, 11 out of 12 years in playoffs or championship Super Bowls. So I played with some pretty good athletes in my time. So I was pretty fortunate to do that. Anything else? Okay, thank you.